Previously on Alan Wake. I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had pumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Herzlich willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Alan Wake. Nach
There
einer
were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
etwas längeren Pause, ungefähr 2 Wochen. Ich hoffe, das war nicht zu lang, so dass ich noch ganz gut Anschluss an die Story
Good evening,
finde.
Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Okay.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Natürlich, wie immer, nehme ich in stockfinsterer Nacht auf, bei Alan Wake. Wie es sich hier auch gehört, in diesem Spiel. Okay. Ein Irrgarten, natürlich. Warum haben diese Läden immer einen Irrgarten? Den verfluchten Irrgarten, ich glaub's ja nicht.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically. I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Oh, zieht dich aber ganz schön
Alan, what I'm
schnell
telling
dunkel
you is
hier.
good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
The fuck?
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Come, Alan, this way. Now,
Oh Gott, ich würde glaube ich auch wahnsinnig werden, hier zu leben.
you've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Willkommen in der Cauldron Lake Lodge. Wir sind hier, um Ihnen die spezielle Hilfe zukommen zu lassen, die Sie benötigen. Bitte beachten Sie jedoch Folgendes. Bitten Sie Freunde und Familienmitglieder, Besuche vorher anzukündigen, um sicherzustellen, dass Sie nicht Ihre Therapie- und/oder Kreativitätsphasen stören. Bitte respektieren Sie auch das Bedürfnis der anderen Patienten nach Privatsphäre, vor allem wenn sie sich in ihren eigenen kreativen Prozessen befinden. Haben Sie Geduld. Für gewöhnlich haben unsere Patienten langwierige Kreativitätsprobleme, die sich nicht über Nacht lösen lassen. Geben Sie sich selbst die Zeit, die Sie brauchen. Vergessen Sie nicht, dass Sie sich freiwillig einer Behandlung unterziehen, die speziell für Sie entwickelt wurde. Die Bindungstherapie und Ihre Schwestermethode der Fluss funktionieren am besten, wenn Sie aktiv an ihrer Gestaltung teilnehmen. Sollten Sie Fragen haben, zögern Sie nicht, sie zu stellen.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm. I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
The Old Gods of Asgard.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Schwer in Ordnung, die Jungs.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy. And you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Interessant. Thomas Zanes Schriften und sein Assistent.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Interessant, was die beiden...
So tired. Built the farm close
Jetzt
to
ist aber
the
Zeit, dass
lake.
sie mir hier mal weggehen.
A place of power.
Hier ist dicht. Da liegt eine Manuskriptseite, aber hier ist auch dicht. Wir müssen zu unserem Zimmer zurück. Die Old Gods of Asgard sind übrigens eine Anspielung auf die Band Poets of the Fall.
Good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Bert.
Ich mag die Band Poets of the Fall. Die haben ganz gute Musik. Was zeichnet denn der Kerl da drüben eigentlich?
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Interessantes Bild zumindest.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Ja, sieht echt nicht gemütlich aus. Wo kommen wir überhaupt hier hin? Nirgends. Okay.
Because they're not scared of me, and everyone should just shut up. Shut up.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr.
The doors
Hartman
were
and
locked.
give the writing a
Hartman and the
shot, huh?
nurses would have
Typewriter's
keys,
in your room.
but there was no way
You
to
can
get my
to your
hands
room
on
by
them.
those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Die Geschichte wird immer abstrus. Hier ist wieder ein QR-Code. Ein Easter Egg. Ich habe mich da mal schlau gemacht. Das sind nämlich Easter Eggs, diese QR-Codes. Ich suche gerade meinen QR-Code-Reader. Mein Scanner. Da. Und scanne den jetzt mal. Was haben wir denn diesmal hier?
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Awesome. Mal gucken, ob ich dran denke. Und das ist nämlich ein GIF, eine GIF-Animation, die man hier rausbekommt. Wenn ihr es selber scannen könnt, dann scannt es. Sieht gut aus. Sieht echt gut aus. Ja.